During the festive season, there are few finer places to be than Cavill Avenue Surfers Paradise in the heart of the beautiful Gold Coast. But it's not all party time. I'm Andy Raymond and welcome to Southport, where we're about to get down to business, in centre ring that is. It's kickboxing at its very finest. In an international card, it's Australia versus Japan. In commentary tonight, the former Australian Muay Thai Cruiserweight champion Mark the Hammer Castanini. An international card, what a way to go.
I'll tell you what, Andy, what a way to go. John Wayne Parr will be taking on a very tough Japanese opponent in Goto. You've got to have a look out for this guy. He is very tough, very experienced, and he's going to give John Wayne Parr a real war. On the undercard to that, we've got Daniel the Rock Dawson. He's been doing some special moves. Have a look out for him. But he's fighting Ryland Iceman Mahoney. Ryland from the Jim Cass stable. A big step up in class from him. But he told me at the weigh-in last night he wants to start taking on all the big names. So that's going to be interesting as well. Brad Dodge Hull taking on Shishido. Shishido, of course, did a demolition job on Sharon Forrester here last time out. So Brad Dodgy Hull, he's going to have a tough job ahead of him. But sensational card. Ray Matsumura, what a great job we've got ahead of us here tonight.
We look forward to your comments throughout the evening, but it's not just kickboxing, it's kickboxing with a twist. It's termed shootboxing. And to explain exactly what that is, we welcome the voice behind the violence, Michael Chavello.
Andy, shootboxing is so huge over in Japan, and we're going to see it in full force here tonight with a range of professional shootboxing fights. In shootboxing, you can punch, kick, knee and elbow, as in Muay Thai, but also you can execute throws to your opponent. A scoring technique in shootboxing is actually throwing an opponent via a hip toss or via a pro wrestling style suplex, where the opponent has to be thrown over waist height and land on the canvas but not on their feet. This is actually the highest scoring technique in shootboxing and will qualify you for a 3-point technique. So throwing the opponent over hip height to land on the canvas with their feet not touching the canvas but their body sprawled onto the mat will land you 3 points. And as with Muay Thai, kicks, punches, knees and elbows, all for a knockout. We're going to rock the house. And speaking of the rock, go Daniel Dawson here tonight, Andy.
And it's not just knees and elbows, so look out. It's going to be a wild one from Southport, and it's showtime.
Well, making his way to centre ring, one of our favourites after a long layoff coming back into the sport this year, the Riddler, Darren Reese. Formerly of Perth, then of Melbourne, now of everywhere. Hammer, he's been around Darren the Riddler Reese, and it's great to see him back in centre ring here tonight, taking on a very tough opponent in the Kid Clayton Collier.
Well, certainly the Riddler back in the ring after a 2-year layoff. He's back, and he's coming off 2 wins. A little bit unlucky in the Judgment Day show, but since then he's fought back like the warrior that he is, and he's had a couple of good wins over in Perth. One against Alan Pond, and Alan Pond, a very tough competitor.
Alan Bond's fighting? Oh, Alan Pond.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Alan
his
Pond.
opponent, Clayton the Kid Collier.
And making his way to centre ring, a young man formerly of Warrnambool down in Victoria, now based here on the Gold Coast, with long-time trainer Richard Walsh fighting out of the Boonchu Gym, the Kid Clayton Collier. And Hammer, this one here set for 5 threes under full Thai rules, all the good stuff. It is going to be a corker because Collier and the Riddler both go at it hammer and time.
Well, Collier, big step up in class for him. He's been campaigning for a while. He's also back after a bit of a layoff, getting back into the centre ring again, and he's going to have his work cut out for him against the Riddler.
And let's go to the Dapper, Andy Raymond.
Ladies and gentlemen, an interstate contest awaits us under full Thai rules. We are scheduled for 5 threes. Introducing first and fighting out of the red corner. He is trained out of WA by the Dark Side, Brett Dalton, managed by Ronnie Parr, the WA connection in his corner tonight. A record 51 fights for 38 wins and 22 of them inside the distance. Ladies and gentlemen, please make welcome all the way from WA, Darren the Riddler Reese. Weighing in 1.5 kilos less at 66.5. He too representing the blue corner and the Boon Chu Gym, Richard Walsh. His trainer in the corner tonight. 16 fights, 9 wins, 3 of them via way of knockout. The Victorian welter and super lightweight champion, Clayton the Kid Collier.
Okay, let's listen into Cameron Quinn. Last minute
Protect
instructions.
yourselves at all times. Listen to my commands. Watch the headbutts. Watch the groin shots. No grabbing the ropes. Touch gloves. Clean fight.
Very eloquent instructions there from Cam Quinn Hammer, as always.
Cameron Quinn from the Gold Coast Combat Centre. He is the academic of martial arts.
Here's the man that wrote my favourite martial arts book of all time, of course, the Budo Karate of Masoyama. Back when I was at Blitz magazine, one of my favourite references, and they removed the traditional Thai Mong Kong from the head of Clayton Collier. A quick blessing over in the corner of Darren the Riddler Reese, and we're about to get underway under full Thai rules. All the good stuff, Hammer.
Certainly all the good stuff.
Daniel Dawson helping out in the corner of the Riddler, Darren Reese. I laid claim to the naming Darren Reese the Riddler many a moon ago, Hammer.
You certainly did. Let that be known. Michael Chavello has copyright on the Riddler.
I lay claim to Riddler.
Certainly Cameron Quinn from the Gold Coast Combat Centre, Burleigh Junction there. He's going to be the man in centre ring, and he, as we said, is the academic of martial arts. Budo Karate of Masoyama's one book that he wrote.
Also the only man, well, the man to have refereed the only UFC here in Australia many moons ago, which we also called the Shots on Hammer.
But the head cam.
The head cam, when he had the cam on. The head camera on the referee.
He's an expert in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Kyokushin Karate, and also Vale Tudo.
Outside thigh kick there from the Kid Clayton Collier, who, as we said earlier on, was sidelined out of the sport for quite a while due to a bad case of glandular fever. Then came back, made the move up here to the Gold Coast, put on a little bit extra weight, and hence he's fighting at around 67 kilos here tonight. Trying for the uppercut elbow off the left hand there, and Riddler trying one off the right hand. And doesn't Darren Reese look ripped up at 66, 67 kilos, Hammer?
Oh, he is looking in fine shape indeed, the Riddler. He's been training hard, coming off 2 wins, actually.
And there's a cut on the cranium, a bad one on the left side of the cranium of Darren Reese, already cut open by the elbow of Clayton Collier, and that could cause him some serious problems. Collier's going to try and open that up a little more. And he's got Reese backed into the neutral corner at the moment. As we said, the Riddler not having a good start to the year, being knocked out in record time at Judgment Day, but since then had 2 devastating wins. And we hope this one here won't end early due to a cut.
A little bit of a head cut there, as Murray McKechnie has a look at it. Murray McKechnie from Kalamundra Kickboxing over in Perth.
You see the cut there. They're putting a little bit of VAS on it, and we'll be getting underway again. Nothing stops you here up in Queensland, Hammer. In New South Wales, this one would have been all over by now.
And they would have thrown a bad decision to boot.
Exactly. But in Queensland, unless you're KO'd or you are bleeding profusely, they ain't going to stop it. Underway again, knee to the midsection, another crossing elbow there from the Kid, Clayton Collier.
The Riddler knows now he's got a bit of a cut. He doesn't want to get any more damaged up, and he wants to create some damage of his own on Collier.
All tied up like a pretzel over in the red corner, the bleeding noggin of the Riddler, Darren Reese. And another crossing elbow, looking to crack the cheekbone there of Reese from the Kid, Clayton Collier. Crossing elbow on the break there from Reese. And they are letting it fly with the elbows early on. There is a swelling and maybe a small graze under the left eye of the Kid, Clayton Collier, as the Riddler moves in with a short uppercut and locks on the clinch around the back of the neck. And they are really going at it here in the first round, Hammer.
I'll tell you what, there's a big crossing elbow
there from Reese. Well, he twisted 90-degree the head of Clayton Collier. And there is blood smeared over these two guys as they dance back in front of our commentary position.
Oh, tough, torrid affair, this one.
Wow, what a cracker. Only in Queensland. Step-up elbow from Reese. Overhand elbow from Collier.
Reese measuring off with that rear roundhouse elbow nicely, but he's just got to get on the button a bit more. But Collier is
big crossing elbow
so
again.
tidily.
A succession of crossing elbows, and Collier's cut wide open. It is an elbow fest in centre ring. Clayton Collier cut on the forehead, and they are going to have to go to the towels, go to the pit stops, and get them all patched up. I love it.
tell you what, Michael. Jeez, I tell you what, full-blown Thai rules. There is nothing finer. That's why they call Thai boxing the toughest ring sport. Darren Reese there sustained a cut to the head, probably from a back elbow via Collier. So Collier also sustaining some damage to the top of the head, the top of the forehead. Just having a look at the action, you see Reese lining up the elbow. There's one. Collier giving one back. There's another one there from Reese. They're just in close and they're letting him fire. Collier trying for the downward elbow, missing, but in close those elbows are cutting some wicked cuts, sharp as razors. They're letting it all go in close, and that is something you really got to keep your eye on. When everyone watching this at home has the beautiful vision that they can see via the cameras here. It's a lot harder to see. But in close, there is a fine art form to protecting yourself, that's for sure.
Follow up with the right hand, right elbow, yeah? When you're on the inside, like Murray's saying, use that knee first, then right elbow. Yeah. So the knee's going to, see how he's holding your bit? Use your arm on the outside, get it on the outside, knee, and then right elbow. You catch it, yeah? That head down, mate, knee face. Everything else is excellent. Everything else is good, mate. You're good stuff. Breathe in, big breath, big breath. Big breath. Slow it down. Down. Get the towel, I've got to blow my nose. Yeah, give it a big blow. Go on.
That's the advice they're giving Darren Reese as he's smeared with Vaseline.
I'll tell you what, Hammer, they put any more Vaseline on him, his scalp's going to fall off. Darren Reese.
That's what the sun cream's going to look like on me tomorrow. The Gold Coast sun, I can tell you. Very
yes,
strong
indeed.
up here.
Hammer the beetroot face here today. Here we go, second round of action. More blood than the Red Cross in centre ring at the moment as we get underway with an outside thigh kick from Darren Reese. And they are picking up where they left off. No love lost between these two fellas, going for the big kibosh in the second round. All tied up. Who will work the first elbow of the round? Short one in there from Clayton Collier, looking to the nose of the Riddler. And Reese just forces him back into a part of town where Collier doesn't want to be. Back in the red corner. Overhand elbow there from the kid. Knee to the midsection from Reese. And Cam Gwynn separates both men 30 seconds down in the second stanza. What a corker. Big right hand there from Collier. Reese ties him up. Knee to the forearm there from Reese. They tango over into the neutral corner. And this one here, the pace has been electrifying. Nice knee to the breadbasket from Clayton Collier. Reese trying for one up to the jaw. Crossing elbow there from the kid Clayton Collier. Knee to the midsection from Collier. 1 minute down, 2 minutes remaining. Reese comes forward, step up knee to the breadbasket. Looking to win Collier. Takes him back against the ropes. Spinning back elbow there from Collier. Just not enough mustard behind it to do any real damage. Crossing elbow from Darren Reese. Oh, another crossing elbow to the temple from Reese. Then the uppercut elbow. They are pulling out all the stops. A crossing elbow again off the right from Reese. What a corker hammer.
I'll tell you what, Clayton Collier's taken some solid right elbows there from Reese. And he's withstanding the
spinning back elbow to the jaw rock there. Darren Reese felt that one. He'll be doing a quick count of his teeth. Big overhand elbow from Collier.
That's an elbow first, Michael.
Going for it. It is elbow mania in centre ring. Blood smeared on the forehead of Clayton Collier just above the left eyebrow.
And Richard Ross calling Collier to walk up. Easy for you to say, Richard.
This crowd is loving it. They have gone absolutely bananas. Big breath from the Riddler, Darren Reese. Now the nose bleeding. Takes an inside thigh kick to the lead leg. Step up knee there from Reese. They tangle right in front of our commentary position. The big boom shakalaka off the right elbow.
I'll tell you what, Michael, a good strategy now for one of these boys to do would be to back off and go to kickboxing rules and start to work the jab and the long-range techniques and rack up some points that way. Because in close, it's almost elbow for elbow. So start to kickbox and there'll be some nice clear scoring coming out.
The left eye of Clayton Collier badly swollen, the cheekbone of Collier, and that eye's going to start to swell up if Darren Reese goes to work on it a little more. Oh, big bone-crunching knee, double overhand elbow there from the Riddler into the roundhammer. And a gut-munching rip it was there from Collier. They spill to the canvas again.
See the welt there on the outside left thigh of Clayton Collier as his shorts just rode up a little.
A little bit messy, is it? The ring, yes. Gobs of blood and speckled across centre ring here on the explosion insignia. Good pick up from referee Cam Quinn. And beautiful evasion again of that round kick and the follow-up straight right hand from Clayton Collier. Awesome perception from the kid. And a little bit lazy technique to be throwing it from such a distance, Darren Reese. Turns him around, crossing elbow from Reese. Rib kick from Reese. They tie up in the blue corner now. Into the final 30 seconds. Rib shot from Reese. Getting a lot of height now on the lower lumbar region once more on Clayton Collier. Spinning back elbow from the kid. Cam Quinn separates them into the final 15 seconds now.
The clock's ticking down and Reese really needs to create some big impact here as we tick down the clock.
Overhand elbow from the kid. They are sucking in the air. They are sapped for energy, but still coming forward. The kid, Clayton Collier. Reese walks into another left hook. Final seconds. Bell's going to start any moment now. Step up elbow from the Riddler, and there it is. Into the fifth and final round hammer.
What an absolute war that was in centre ring. I'll tell you what, both boys worthy of a trophy. I'm lost for words. These two warriors, they've put on an absolute battle, and they should be both very proud of themselves. The corners have turned them out a treat. But I'd say at the end of the day, it's probably going to come down to that 8 count, Michael. And you may just see Clayton Collier getting the nod here. But the Riddler, Darren Reese, what an outstanding effort he put in. And they were toe-to-toe. And I'd love to see this one rematched at a later date. Give them time to tune up and come back smarter and harder. They'll both know each other's strong points, and it'll be a real game of strategy if they front up against each other again. But for this one, we're going to the judges. Having a look at what transpired, Reese trying to land the big right hand just makes something clearly count for him so he can get a big impression on the judges' scorecard. He really didn't have a lot of luck. Collier had a very, very strong defense. Probably in the fourth round there was an opening there on Collier for a knee to the face off the lead leg from Reese, but Reese not being able to take advantage of that, and Collier surviving and getting a count. I'd say the nod is probably going to go his way.
What about that for 15 minutes of war, Southport? Put your hands together. The boys, Muay Thai, and doing it in style. We have unanimous points winner, that man, Darren the Riddler Reese.
Get ready. Watch Major League Baseball on Fox Sports 2. 30 teams, 270 players, one ambition: to take the World Series. Struck him out. Don't miss the biggest hits, unbelievable catches, and non-stop action.
This might get a run home.
Make sure you catch the Chicago Cubs at Baltimore today at midday. Fox Sports 2.
Okay, so that's salad, no salad, and then the pizza's half pepperoni, half... Ice cream!
Two guys, a girl, and a pizza place. 6:30 weeknights, brand spanking new to the Comedy Channel.
For the best free coverage on the planet, tune into Super Saturday on Fox Sports 1.
Can they catch him? Will they catch him?
The action starts from 3 with the Knights taking on St George Illawarra.
He has plenty of speed.
At 4:30, the pre-game show with Warren Smith and Laurie Daly.
And he leaps high.
Live and exclusive at 5:30, Cronulla up against West Tigers.
Oh!
The Sharks are on the attack.
And he scores under the post.
The Tigers have shown sparks of brilliance. It's now time to perform. At 7:30, Parramatta and the Warriors, live.
Oh, look at him go!
With a home crowd behind them, the Eels need to strike back.
The Eels are in again.
The Warriors are on the warpath and eager to claim another scalp. To round off the day at 9:20, the red-hot Penrith Panthers take on Melbourne. Super Saturday from 3 with Newcastle versus St George Illawarra. 5:30 our live and exclusive games kick-off. 9:20 Penrith takes on Melbourne. Only on Fox Sports 1.
Michael Chavello, ringside with my verbal sparring partner, the former Australian Cruiserweight Muay Thai champion, the Hammer Mark Castaneda, making his way to the ring. Originally from Thailand, now based in Australia, the world Muay Thai champion, Krong Sak Lek, taking on the F-16 bomber himself, Shannon Forrester. Hammer, this one's going to be a corker.
Well, from Saklek, he always puts up a very, very strong effort in centre ring, Michael.
Saklek, a quick blessing in the corner, and he'll step into the red side of town to take on the F-16 Shannon Forrester over 5 rounds.
Ladies and gentlemen, his opponent, Shannon Forrester.
And cutting his way through this capacity crowd at the Southport Shots. They call in the F-16 bomber, Shannon Forrester. One of the real popular icons of Queensland Muay Thai tonight under shootboxing rules. The F-16 and Krong Saklek ready to get it on here at the Southport Shots. He bounds over the top ropes and he is ready for business. And let's get down to business with Mr. Andy Raymond.
Yes, sir, it is the business part of the evening tonight. An international contest await us. It is 5 3-minute rounds. And shootboxing v Muay Thai. Introducing first and fighting out of the red corner. He weighed in at an even 65k. Trained by Charon in Thailand, he now calls Bondi home in Sydney. Over 80 professional bouts, ladies and gentlemen. The current WKBF World Kickboxing Champion, Mr. Krong Saklek. Fighting out of the blue corner, he also weighed in at an even 65. Ladies and gentlemen, trained at the Boon Chu Muay Thai Gym here in Queensland. He weighed in, as I said, at an even 65 and has had 37 bouts, 23 wins, 13 have not gone the distance. Ladies and gentlemen, the Muay Thai South Pacific Commonwealth Champion, Shannon F-16 Forrester!
Okay, Cameron Quinn about to call both men into the centre of the ring. Let's listen in.
Gentlemen, watch the headbutts, watch the groin shots. Yep. Watch the ropes. Protect yourselves at all times. Touch gloves, fight well.
We're about to get underway, folks. It is our first shootboxing contest of the night. A quick run through the rules. As with Muay Thai, you can punch all punch combinations, kick all kick combinations, but throws are included, including neck tosses, hip tosses, judo-style throws, backdrops, and suplexes. You've got to love that, Hammer. The big suplex. You can also lock your opponent up while you're standing in a straight arm bar, a neck lock, or any other type of submission lock on the stand. So it is a mixture of wrestling and kickboxing and Muay Thai at shootboxing, and here we go. Try and catch the kicking leg there. Shannon Forrester looking to sweep out the supporting leg. The highest scoring technique under shootboxing rules is in fact a throw. Whether it be a suplex or a hip toss judo style, you've got to toss them over waist height, and the opponent must land on the mat on any other part of their body except the feet. They can't land standing. And that will score you 3 points under shootboxing rules. That is the highest scoring technique. Or, of course, you can just knock the stuffing out of them, Hammer, and KO them cold. That'll always win it for you.
That's my preferable technique.
Yeah.
Beat the living bejesus out of them.
Tentative start here from both men. Shannon Forrester electing to wear the shootboxing style lycra long pants, and Krongsak Lek feeling right at home in the Muay Thai style shorts. Jumping knee to the midsection there from Lek, who borrows his name, of course, from the cousin of his, Hammer, the all-time great Krongsak, who's now based over in Paris, one of the Muay Thai greats.
Oh, he's a legend, Krongsak, as you said, Michael, now in Paris. And always an icon of the sport, Krongsak.
A real feeling out process here by both men. Nice front kick to the midsection. Jumping round kick there from Shannon Forrester. Takedown from Krongsak Lek. Just a slip on the back foot, though. Nothing really in it. Wasn't a catch and sweep. Front kick just picking off Forrester as he comes forward. Forrester looking to lock up those legs of Krongsak. And he's going to have to watch the elbows of Krongsak in particular. Shannon Forrester, a fighter we know, Hammer, can get cut quite easily around the facial area.
Certainly his last battle was against Shushido, who we'll see later on the card. The Shushido.
A nice head kick
there from Forrester.
Jumping knee to the ribcage from Krongsak Lek. So both men just getting their distance, getting a feel for it here in the first round. 2 minutes down, 1 minute remaining. They haven't worked the elbows yet. They haven't really worked the knees. It's been mostly fighting under kickboxing distance. And don't forget, you can't probe out too much with the arms because you are liable to get locked up and taken into an armbar. Tagging left hand to the side of the head there from Forrester. Outside thigh kick to the lead thigh. Digs in with a short uppercut off the left hand. Hook just coming over the top of the guard of Krongsak Lek. Step up right hand uppercut from Shannon Forrester, not finding its way through. And they're really only going at about 50% at the moment, Hammer.
Just a feeling out process. I feel Shannon may be looking a little too hard for the shootboxing technique.
Yes.
He wants to show his form with his newfound skill. But if I was in his corner, I'd be telling him just to settle into what he knows. And, you know, only start executing those newfound techniques once he's inflicted some damage using traditional Thai.
End of the first round of action. Nothing really in it. As the Hammer said, a real feeling out process, and you can't really separate both men after one stanza.
Not really. Krongsak did initiate some good attacks, some good jumping attacks. But it's going to be down to how the judges pay aggression, really, at the end of the first. This is how it went down in the first. Forrester trying for a jumping round kick. Lek catching the kick and just missing with the knee as Forrester was on the way down. So nothing really coming of that, and it was more Lek catching the kick. He could have executed a technique as Forrester was falling backward. He could have inflicted some damage there.
The Hurricane, Paul Briggs, help you out in the corner of the F-16 Shannon Forrester. And we are underway. Second round of 5. Shootboxing rules do apply. Coming at you from the Southport Sharks on the Gold Coast. Michael Chavello ringside with the Hammer, Mark Castanini. Double round kick there from Krongsak Lek, attacking the right rib cage of Forrester early on. Round kick off the rear leg by Forrester. Turnaround left hook from Forrester. And already they are picking up the pace here in the second stanza. Knee to the midsection. Picking off front kick there. Pecking front kick from Krongsak Lek. Got that very high and open Thai-style guard to him, Krongsak Lek, and that's where the right hand found its way straight through from Forrester. Flicking high right round kick from Forrester. Needs a little bit more mustard behind it. Snappy jab there from Forrester. Catch and sweep. Couldn't get it off there, the Krongsak Lek. Catch and right hand strike attempted there from Forrester. Fully legal.
Standing head choke there from Lek, trying for the knee underneath.
Lek finds himself backed against the ropes, goes for the hip toss perhaps, trying to lock it up and dump Shannon Forrester to the canvas. Couldn't quite execute it. A wipe of the gloves for Cameron Quinn. And we are 1 minute 20 down here in the second round. Body shot, head shot there from Forrester. Again, he needs to be able to pull those shots off at full strength. He is finding a way through the guard of Krongsak Lek, but just not enough power to do any real damage. Good sweeping leg kick there from Shannon Forrester.
And that's what we're talking about. Forrester needs to go back to what he's comfortable at, and that is full Thai rules, of course. Lek is actually showing a bit of form with regards to he's trying to get the hip toss there on Forrester, but it's not really coming for him. But it's just unusual to see such a strong Thai stylist.
Ooh, that is right hand to the is
groggy,
doing
Michael.
the chicken dance in centre
It's in the
ring.
fog.
A rubber leg straight for Krongsak Lek.
Forrester's going to jump right on him now.
And Krongsak Lek taking ball, knocks to the front door, but he slugs it back, and Shannon Forrester gets an intestinal fortitude from a Lek. Wild swinging left hand there from Forrester. Double jab body shot from the F-16.
There's the body shot that Paul Briggs was calling for Forrester to use in the break.
Krongsak Lek in a world of bother goes down. He is ready to take a trip down the boulevard of broken dreams. Krongsak Lek on rubber leg straight. He's not quite there. It's going to be good night, Irene, for Lek very shortly. Forrester looking to put him away now. Lek in all sorts of bother. Can Forrester land the big kibosh, the big bok choy? Down goes Lek. It is all
That's
over.
it.
It's good night, Irene.
And when Forrester went back to what he knows, that's the effect right there. He's comfortable with his hand skills and his Thai boxing skills, and it was the handiwork of Shannon F-16 Forrester that did it for him in the end.
Lek doesn't know the fight's over, Hammer. He's still in centre ring.
Punching on.
He is astral travelling, Krongsak Lek. He's all the way back in Bondi after that one.
What is the Boulevard of Broken Dreams, Michael?
It's where Krongsak Lek is at the moment. He's a resident of it right now.
There it is. This is how it transpired. The second round, Shannon Forrester doing the damage with what he is renowned for, which is very strong kicking and strong punching. A very nuggety fighter is Forrester, and he's back in the winner's circle after a devastating stoppage of a very experienced Thai fighter, Krongsak Lek from Sydney, now resident in Sydney, formerly from Thailand. Shannon Forrester back into the winner's circle.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the closing seconds of round number 2, your referee, Cameron Quinn, said, enough is enough. Your winner, ladies and gentlemen, Shannon F-16 Forrester.
Emerging through the smoke here at the Southport Sharks, one of the superstars of Japanese shootboxing from the Caesar Gym in Tokyo, Japan, Hiroki Shishido. A rousing applause for Shishido, not his first time fighting here in the Sunshine State, and the very hard task of taking on the battle axe himself, Brad Dodge Hull, here tonight. Last minute a word from the founder of shootboxing ringside, Cesar Takeshi, as Hiroki Shishido about to step in the centre ring to take on Australia's own Brad Hull.
Ladies and gentlemen, his opponent, Brad Dodge Hull.
He's always in for a battle, this young man. Always gives it his all. And tonight he's certainly going to have his work cut out for him in the form of Hiroshi Shishido. Last time out was right here, Michael, in fact, the last time he fought in Australia, Shishido. And geez, didn't he do a demolition job there?
Brad Dodge Hull representing the Aussies up against Japan's Hiroki Shishido. And let's go to the man everybody loves, Raymond.
We are scheduled for 5 3-minute rounds. This, Australia versus Japan. Introducing first and fighting out of the red corner. Ladies and gentlemen, he weighed in at an even 65 kilo. His trainer, the great Caesar Takeshi from the Caesar Gym in Japan. What a record, 20 fights. 19 wins, 10 wins inside the distance. The WMC Intercontinental Shootboxing Champion, the JSBA Super Welterweight Champion, Hiroki Shishido. Weighing in at 69 k's, trained out of Queensland Muay Thai by Lamai Trinette. Ladies and gentlemen, 30 fights, 26 wins, 12 wins via way of knockout. The South Pacific champion and Queensland's own Brad Dodge Hall. Ladies and gentlemen, once again your referee for the contest, Mr. Cameron Quinn.
Careful, headbutts. Okay, I want you to protect yourselves at all times and listen to my commands. You understand? Yeah. Okay. Touch gloves.
Bilingual instructions, you've got to love him, Cameron Quinn, and we're about to get underway. First of 5, shoot boxing rules do apply. Hiroki Shishido from the Caesar Gym in Tokyo and Australia's own Brad the Dodge Hull. Inside thigh kick, high left round kick there from Shishido. Shishido moving laterally around the ring. And I think I just like saying Shishido.
Well, Shishido and all the Japanese fighters we will see, and interstaters, all a collective effort of promoter Ray Matsamura. Another great job from Ray right here at Southport Sharks.
And Hammer, a lot of pressure on the Japanese here tonight with the founder of shoot boxing, Caesar Takeshi, ringside. Well, so they are looking to impress.
Certainly.
The man ringside himself. Oh, big leg shot there from Shishido. And Brad Hull, as we said, the real battle axe of Queensland Muay Thai. Going to be a hard fella to stop. Checks the outside thigh kick. Little mover and groover, Shishido.
Certainly is. But what a great card assembled again. And, you know, Express Mobile Phones, all the sponsors that have got on board for this extravaganza really need to be thanked. And, you know, they're supporting the sport. Ray's trying to put it all together, bringing these elite athletes out.
Awesome promoter, Ray Matsamura. Step up front kick off the rear thigh there from Shishido. Got to get myself a pair of those pants, Hammer, and that lovely silver belt that he's wearing.
You've got a pair. I've seen you wear them out. We're down to the drink there. We go see Joey Labattina.
Joey the Morning.
Joey the Morning.
My long lycra pants.
Michael Chevelle will be later down at the drink, discoing the way with these very lycra pants on.
High left round kick, inside thigh kick there from Shishido. High left round kick again from Shishido, mixing up the kicks early here in the first round.
And geez, didn't we see him do some tidy work last time out against the Shannon Forrester, especially in close to the elbows?
Yes, indeed.
He is very quick. What you're seeing from Shishido is he works at this pace constantly all the way through. And if you stand still for too long, he will certainly nail you. Brad Dodge Hull is going to have to get busy. You can see that Dodge is trying to find an opening, and Shishido is a mobile fighter who will not let you get a focus on him or get a lock on him.
2 minutes and a quarter here down in the first round of action. Almost a catch and parry there from Shishido. And he does have those rapid hand combinations he will come over the top with, this whippity little Japanese fighter. Front kick off the rear leg there from Hull. And again, a real filling up process here in the first round. Neither man launching the heavy artillery. Hull goes to the outside lead thigh. High left round kick, just whipping it up to the head there from Shishido. Into the final 20 seconds now. Good leg check from Hull. Goes to the inside left thigh. Nice front kick from Hull off the right. Probing right hand finds its way through to the kisser there from Shishido. High right round kick from the Japanese, then leg check downstairs.
Well, Shishido's really not a knockout specialist, but he does just amass an incredible amount of points just at his sheer work rate. And if it does go the distance, it's going to be Shishido because it just works constantly from start to finish of each round.
End of the first round of action, Hammer, nothing really in it, although Shishido mixing it up well upstairs with the round kicks.
Exactly, Michael. As I said, he's overlapping hands and feet very well indeed. Doesn't stop the whole time, and that can be somewhat frustrating for a more set Thai stylist as in Brad Hull. Having a look at the Hull, just poised, looking for an opening, and too little, too late. As Hull just propped his lead leg out, Shishido spotted it and just took him down. Again, he is very quick to take advantage of any mistakes that will be made, Shishido. He's got a vast array of technique. You saw him throw in a turn, front kick, went to a side kick, and that is exactly what this young man from Japan's all about.
We are ready to rock and roll. Second round of action. Cameron Quinn gets us underway. Technical first round, real filling out process. Hull goes to the outside left thigh, and so does Shishido. Shishido switching between southpaw and orthodox stance earlier on in the fight. Has gone back to orthodox stance at the moment, left foot forward. And Brad Hull fighting southpaw at the moment. Now Hull switches back to orthodox stance, trying to sweep out that lead leg. High right round kick from Shishido. I'd really like to see some of the shoot boxing technique come in from this Japanese fighter, Hammer.
I think what he's doing is just trying to break Brad Hull down, weaken his resolve, and then he'll try for those suplexes and the moves that are, you know, renowned for by shoot boxing. But at this point, he just wants to frustrate Hull and get him stationary so we can have a look at him and see exactly what sort of throws and what sort of holds he's going to be able to apply.
Both men trading outside thigh kicks here in the second round, 55 seconds down. Beautiful round kick he possesses off both legs, this young fella from Japan, Shishido. Moving laterally around, Hull controlling the centre of the ring, but not really doing enough with it. Takes an inside thigh kick to that lead thigh, then one to the outside thigh. And Shishido moving and grooving. Hard man to stay stationary and tag him. Hull's got to get in and maybe try and lock him up, Hammer, work the elbows and the knees, maybe turn it into a Muay Thai contest.
Well, exactly right. But when it comes down to that, Shishido has proved that he's also proficient in the Thai techniques, and the speed that he throws his kicks and punches at is equally as good with his elbows.
Right hand just falling agonisingly short there for Hull. Weaves out of the way the round kick to the head from Shishido. Both men trade leg kicks now. Hull again back to southpaw, now switches to orthodox stance.
Well, Hull's got to try and get Shishido bailed into a corner and perhaps try and damage him up, locking him up against the ropes or the corner, because in centre ring he's too mobile and he's too quick for Hull.
Tagging right hand there from Shishido. What do you see as the method between Hull switching stance constantly here, Hammer? Both thighs are red and quite badly, so unless he's trying to protect one of his thighs.
No, it's just he'd be switching thigh just as not to set, because as soon as he sets, Shishido is getting a lock on him. So there you go. And Brad Hull is no slouch. He knows how to leg check. He has fought Thai, obviously, for a long time. But Shishido's taking full advantage of it. And Hull just wants to try and confuse Shishido by swapping stance.
Outside thigh kick there from Hull to the rear leg. Nice uppercut from Shishido. Rock the head back slightly. And takes him down beautifully. That will be a scoring technique, will it? It looked like it was a hip toss over the hip high.
Yeah, there was still one foot on the ground from Hull.
You got to throw your opponent cleanly to the canvas. So the first attempt at a hip toss there, the judo-style hip toss, completely legal under shoot boxing rules. A clean throw will score you 3 points on the judges' scorecard.
Yeah, Brad Hull is a fairly thick-set fighter, and that is going to make it hard for Shishido to throw him, purely because he is a heavy man.
Hammer, for the layman at home, we might try and score it on a 10-point must system ourselves, and you'd have to give that one. Whose way would you give that one, a 10-9 round?
That would go the way of Shishido. Sheer work rate alone, and not only that, obviously with the attempted hip toss, you've got to give that one to Shishido. Having a look at him, rapid-fire technique, hands and feet overlapping. Have a look at that. Any aspiring fighters at home, this is how you want to be working, just like this Japanese fighter's doing. He's in and out, especially kickboxing stylists. Hands and feet overlapping, bang, 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 and Shishido is non-stop.
We are ready to roll into the next round of action, into the third. And slightly ahead on our unofficial scorecards, the Japanese fighter, Shishido, but still nothing in it. And you feel that Brad Dodge Hull, flying the Aussie flag, needs to step up the intensity here in the third stanza. Good leg check there from Hull. Shishido moving rapidly around the ring laterally as he has all fight so far. Chops away to the upper part of that quad area on the left leg. Nice catch and sweep there from Brad Dodge Hull. His best technique of the fight so far.
Just about to say the best thing he's done thus far.
Straight right hand, and Hull, as I said earlier, is now stepping up the momentum in this round. He'll try and go after the jaw. You can bet on it on Shishido. Long-reaching hands on this Japanese fighter. Goes for the inside thigh kick. Drops the left hand down to the bread basket, then the right hand. Rib kick to the upper right rib cage there from Shishido. Downward elbow, trying to take down Hull now. And Hull's not going to go to canvas, trying to execute a suplex. Belly-to-back suplex from Dodge Hull. Can't get it off, and referee Cam Quinn separates both men.
Just a little too long to execute the throw.
Rolling heel kick. A rolling heel kick from Shishido, and the crowd elated. Can Hull try and get a belly-to-belly suplex on him now? They both spill down to the canvas, and Cameron Quinn will bring them back up to a standing position. And Cesar Takeshi going absolutely off his nana ringside here, Hammer, in support of his Japanese fighter. Outside thigh kick from Hull, a much better round from the bloke they call Dodge. Takes the right hand smack, bang on the kisser. Rib shot there from Shishidor, takes one of his own. Nice front kick defensive there from Hull. Oh, big leg kick, big tub thumper to the lead thigh from Shishidor. All tied up against the ropes, no elbows coming into play.
Not enough room, both fighters. You see Shishidor there with a good waist clinch.
Oh, crossing elbow there from Shishidor off the right.
He's not giving Hull any room to work at all. He knows that Hull is a Thai specialist and will utilise the elbows if he gives them room.
And Shishidor taking a shot a little bit south of the border.
Well, that's about 3 shots.
Well, he'll be auditioning for the Tokyo Boys Choir after that one.
Cameron Quinn there.
The old Fukuoka getting a bit of a rattle around on the Japanese fighter, Hammer.
Cameron Quinn being able, obviously, to talk Japanese, conversing with the corner.
You're pretty sad.
And that is great. That is a great asset to have a centre referee that actually can talk any international language.
Hey, it's my Japanese contribution.
Good on you, Michael. Hey, you must have learned that over at the K1 circuit there. That's on hate. That's where they delivered the food to your room, obviously.
Here we go, back into it. Brad Dodge Hull takes an outside thigh kick, rib shot from Hull. Front kick from Shishidor, switching stance again. Step up, uppercut, elbow. High right round kick to the head from the Japanese fighter. Tried for a jumping knee, it looked like. Hull ties him up, all tangled in the neutral corner. Shishidor trying to execute the hip toss. And they spill to the canvas like a couple of ragdolls. Into the final seconds of this round. Leg kick, front kick from Hull. It's been an intriguing round, this one. And that Thai armband just slipping down again to Brad Dodge Hull. Big breath from Shishidor. Outside thigh kick. Outside thigh kick from Hull this time. Tagging left hand from Shishidor. Hull trying to plough through with the right hand of his own. He's fighting southpaw now. Outside thigh kick from Shishidor. Hull ties him up. Almost below the belt again. Well, Shishidor's got to hope he's got that groin cup on into the round, Hammer.
Probably go the way of Hull almost in that round, but I tell you what, if they're going to score those low knees as a foul, that round could almost slip from his grasp. But the rolling heel kick from Shishidor was absolute poetry in motion. So the chopping takedown from Hull, which happened obviously early in the round. But let's have a look at the action again from Shishidor in close. He was just working the whole time. He has very quick hands and feet overlapping, not giving Hull any rest at all. But there's the end of that spinning heel kick from Shishidor. We saw him try and execute a few of them when he fought Shannon F16. He actually pulled one off here tonight.
And of course, Hammer, who's the most famed exponent of the rolling heel kick in Australia?
Gary O'Neill, Michael.
Yes, that's right. Gazza O'Neill, the all-time Kyokushin great.
And Gary O'Neill obviously used to be trained by the man in centre ring right now, Cameron Quinn, Gary O'Neill's original instructor.
And here we go, 4th round of action. And this one, a real titillator. Outside thigh kick from Shishidor. Outside thigh kick from Hull. Inside thigh kick from Hull, and Shishidor ties him up. He's going to try and execute the hip toss. Can't get it off. Hull looking for a belly-to-belly suplex. Won't come off for him. They spill over against the ropes, and Cam Quinn will bring them both up to a standing position. 30 seconds down in this round. Both men now starting to attempt the shootboxing techniques. Will we see a standing what? That I'd like to see, a standing armbar. Outside thigh kick from Shishidor. And you can see the reddening on both of those thighs of Brad Dodge Hull. He's taken a lot of punishment to the quadriceps and the hamstring area. Overhand elbow off the left there from Shishidor.
I suppose that is one benefit of these long pans. If your legs are getting smashed up by the leg kicks, the judges and referees aren't going to be able to see the damage because obviously it's masked by the pans. So, yeah, in fact, they could be a bit advantageous for the fighter that wears them.
High right round kick to the head from Shishidor. Turning back kick, looking to take out the thigh a la Andy Hug style on Brad Dodge Hull. Jumping into the midsection there from Hull. Shishido just throws him off. Rib kick from Hull. Outside thigh kick, Shishido. Both men now trading the leg kicks. Been a lot of leg kicking in the fight. Turning him around with an elbow and a rib shot there with Shishido. Oh, nice 1-2 combo to the head there from Brad Hull. Spinning back elbow from Shishido. Hull maybe trying to put him in a neck lock. Execute a hip toss if he can. It won't come up for him. They spill to the canvas. Nothing in it, says referee Cam Quinn.
You know, the neck locks and the choke holds are very, very effective in combat. But I tell you what, with gloves, it's a whole new ball game.
Oh, big right hand on the kisser there from Brad Hull. Now Hull pulling out the heavy artillery. All tied up like a pretzel over in the red corner. Not much work rate, and Cameron Quinn separates both men into the final 15 or 50 seconds of this round. Jumping knee from Hull. Another knee off the right there from Hull. And they've slowed down markedly towards the end of this round. Crossing elbow, couldn't get through the guard on either hand there from Shishido. Step up elbow off the left from the Japanese fighter. Crowd liked it. Hull didn't. Slapping outside thigh kick there from Hull. Shishido having a really gutsy contest in centre ring. Hull taking it right up to him, although Hull did start the fight a little bit slower. Final 10 seconds now. Inside thigh kick from the Aussie. Jumping knee to the left rib cage from Hull. And another one. Good scoring round this one, Hammer, from Brad Dodge Hull.
Yeah, certainly I'll give that round to Hull. He was constant. He was the more aggressive in that round. But Brad Hull taking one out. Once again, we see Shishido trying for that big low kick. Hull moving out of the way, stalking forward on Shishido, bailing him up in the red corner. Shishido trying for the round elbow. In close, Hull knows that Shishido is dangerous with those short elbows. So he's actually trying to trap him and not give him room to work. Hull a little bit messy there in the grapple as both fighters try for us to apply a standing choke or throw.
Shane Sullivan from Ready Finance, prepare to be at ringside, please. Seconds out.
Last minute instructions in their respective corners, and we're about to roll into the final round of action. Both men touch gloves and we are underway. Outside thigh kick, as he has been all fight, Shishido, to that battered left thigh of Brad Hull. Outside thigh kick by Hull. Hull moving in to tie him up. Attempted hip toss there from Shishido. Getting a little bit messy now in the centre of the ring. Crossing elbows from Brad Hull. That's more like it from the Aussie battle axe. Oh, overhand elbow from Shishido. Caught him on the dreadlocks. All tied up in the red corner now. Knee to the midsection from Hull. He is more superior in the knee department. And he wants to try and pull that head down of the Japanese fighter and work the goodnight Irene to the jaw. Outside thigh kick again from Shishido, finding the mark all throughout the fight. And Hull now fighting southpaw. Another one south of the border, was it? And it's going to be a point deduction, is it? No, just a warning, says Cam Quinn. He's going to have a swollen groin guard after that one, Hammer. Sweeping leg kick from Shishido. High left round kick from the Japanese. Then goes downstairs. Nice uppercut off the right hand. Hull moves forward. Oh, beautiful takedown from Shishido. That is world class. He just took the momentum of Brad Hull as he came forward, dropped his body weight down, anchored the leverage and took Hull to the canvas.
Still not enough to get Shishido a point for the shoot, however. There's just a rolling takedown. Needs to snap it up a bit cleanly, but I think the sheer weight and size of Hull is not allowing Shishido to really throw him effectively.
1 minute 45 down here in this round, all tied up in front of our commentary position. Some glimpses of the extraordinary here from Shishido. Neither man finding the put away or looking anywhere near it at the moment, although it has been an intriguing contest. Outside thigh kick from Hull. Sweeping kick from Hull. Tie up again. Snake in the hands through there, Shishido. No room to execute an elbow. And Cam Quinn separates them into the final 45 seconds. How do you see it so far, Hammer?
I'd have to say Hull is actually starting to peg Shishido back now. He's almost turned the tables and starting to to frustrate Shishido a little. He's not letting him to work his natural game, which is that rapid fire at range technique. Hull just is stalking forward. And as I said, sheer body size of Hull alone is really making Shishido's job very, very hard. Shishido trying for the neck crank now. Neck crank.
He's trying to get that leverage on the neck of Brad Hull. Look to cut off the oxygen supply, and that's going to really take it out of dodge.
He actually had it applied, and they went down the ground. And he had a nice lock around and forward choke on Hull there. Hull cut over the left brow now. Bit of blood trickling down from there.
Good gut-punching front kick from Shishido. Solid leg check of the leg kick. End of the round, end of the fight, and hammer. Would Shishido have pinched it?
Well, I'd say Shishido probably just did enough, although Hull, with a late charge,
Shane Sullivan from Ready Finance into the ring phase.
did some tidy stuff there at the end and really utilised his weight advantage. But Hull getting caught in the final seconds of that final round. Shishido, I would say, probably from the outset was busier the first couple of rounds. Hull did have to give him one or two, and then that last round, really come down to even Stevens, and there's nothing in this one, and it's going to go to the judges. Having a look at what transpired, Hull again trying to get the momentum going forward. Shishido using that and implementing a bit of a side hip toss there. You see him setting himself, but not able to. Oh, he sort of got Hull over there. Could have almost been given the point for the shoot, but just not cleanly enough. Tidy elbows from Shishido, and it's those type of moves towards the end there that if the judges are going to be, tied, that's probably going to be just enough to give it to Shishido.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a unanimous points winner, Hiroki Shishido.
Black Friday Fight Night, the middleweight showdown you've been waiting for. John Wayne Parr and Sakio Bika toe-to-toe for the Australian title. Plus Victor Chinyan and a full undercard. Live and exclusive, big-time boxing. Tonight, 7:30, Fox Sports 2. Sunday night at 7. We tear up the tarmac with over 6 hours of sensational bike racing.
The last of the late breakers does not let him through.
We cross live to Catalonia for the 125, 250 and Premier Class action.
Oh, there's a crash there.
Then it's off to Silverstone for the next round of the Superbikes.
That's a screamer.
Exclusively live, round 6 of the MotoGP, followed by the Superbike World Championship Sunday night at 7. Fox Sports 1.
Saturday, after a week in 7th heaven, the Saints go south to greet another power in Tassie. Grant Thomas's boys are knocking on the door of the 8, but Port have loftier aims.
That's tight. Did it kick it? Yes.
The Saints can short-circuit the power, but try telling them that. Join Fox Footy Extra at York Park this Saturday.
Superheroes for the modern age.
I'm still standing. Who do you think you are? You can't run from Goldberg.
Oh, hell yeah!
Being 7 feet tall, over 300 pounds. He is rocking and rolling here.
You're a dead man! Raw, only on Fox Sports 1.
The Iceman, Rylan Mahoney, trained by Jimmy Cass out of the Valhalla Muay Thai gym, makes his way to centre ring. His first outing since the K1 Max in Melbourne. And the Iceman stepping up against one of the true greats of World Muay Thai, Daniel Dawson, who's been training specifically in shoot boxing for this one here tonight, Hammer. Not his first time in centering Daniel Dawson under shoot boxing rules. He's had a number of shoot boxing fights over in Japan.
Well, certainly has, Michael, and it's something special to look out for, the moves that will be coming out from Daniel Dawson.
His opponent, ladies and gentlemen, The Rock, Daniel Dawson.
Oh, and here he comes through the smoke at the Southport Sharks, and what an ovation for one of our very favourite fighters. One hell of a bloke too, The Rock, Daniel Dawson, two-time World Muay Thai champion, training out of Kalamunda Kickboxing. And he has been honing his shootboxing skills, especially his shootboxing throws and takedowns for this one here tonight. You talk about a globetrotter. You talk about one of the real legends of Aussie and World Muay Thai. And you talk about the Blitz Hall of Famer, The Rock, Daniel Dawson.
Well, Daniel Dawson, Michael, I tell you what, he's been training with Murray McKechnie, one of the stable fighters of Zendo Kai in Muay Thai over there in Kalamunda. And he's got some special moves in store for us. Murray McKechnie was telling me yesterday at the weigh-in.
The man in the bow tie, Mr. Andy Raymond.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, our semi-main event of the evening. Once again, we are under shootboxing rules and scheduled for 5 3-minute rounds. An interstate contest, and we will introduce to you first, fighting out of the red corner. Ladies and gentlemen, he weighed in at an even 71 kilos. He is trained by Jimmy Cass at the Valhalla Muay Thai Academy at Fortitude Valley. A record 21 fights, 15 wins. The WKA Australian middleweight champion. Ladies and gentlemen, Ryland, the Iceman Mahoney. Tipping the scales in identical fashion at 71 Ks. Tonight, fighting out of the blue corner, he is trained by Murray McKechnie, managed by Ron Parr from the Kalamunda Kickboxing Academy in Perth, WA. 51 bouts, 40 wins, an amazing 25 knockouts. A WMTA and ISKA World Muay Thai champion, ladies and gentlemen, Daniel The Rock Dawson. Once again, your referee for this contest, Mr. Cameron Quinn.
Great ovation here for The Rock, Daniel Dawson. Such a fan favourite, the real people's champion right across this mighty nation. And let's listen into Cameron Quinn.
Listen to my commands. Watch the head shots. Watch the groin shots. Touch gloves. Come out, fight clean.
Whoa, what a stand down there from the Iceman, Hammer.
Well, Ryland Mahoney from the Valhalla Muay Thai gym. Jim Cass in his corner.
And Daniel Dawson, is he pumped or is he pumped here tonight? And it is time for The Rock to get it on against the Iceman, Ryland Mahoney. It's not going to be pretty, folks, and this one here probably won't go the distance. Let's check it out, round one.
As I said, a real step up for Ryland Mahoney, stepping up against the world-class athlete in Daniel Dawson from Kalamunda Kickboxing. And Mahoney trains down there in Valhalla Muay Thai with Jim Cass. He's been one of the stalwarts of Valhalla. He's one of the outstanding fighters that the Cass has produced. And he's really stepping up now. He wants to fight all the big names. He was telling me yesterday at the weigh-in, Mahoney, and he figures he's got nothing to lose and everything to gain.
He has the height and reach advantage on his side. The southpaw, Ryland Mahoney, takes an inside thigh kick to that right thigh.
Mahoney last time out come up against Chopper Chapman in K1 Max. And he put up a pretty brave battle too, went the distance, and that's going to help his confidence, Mahoney.
Now switching to orthodox stance, Mahoney takes one to the outside left thigh. Dawson ties him up. He's going to try and execute the hip toss on Ryland Mahoney.
Well, Dawson spent a lot of time. He spent a lot of time building his strength and speed. They've been doing some silly things like pushing cars around and stuff like that.
As you do.
Murray McKechnie making him do all sorts of wonderful stuff. But and they've also been trying to hone their skills on the shootboxing throws, which of course what they do over there at Kalamunda. They work a lot with the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu style techniques. And that's what Dawson's been trying. Something totally different for him.
Cracking thigh kick there from The Rock, Daniel Dawson. Southpaw stance again here for Mahoney. Misses with the outside thigh kick there, Dawson. Mahoney comes forward, gets out of the way of the inside thigh kick. High left round kick, tagging right hand from Mahoney. Nice left hand from Dawson. Drops the right down to the bread basket. Body shot then upstairs from Dawson. Mahoney ties him up, turns him around. Neither man working the knees or the elbows in close.
They're both trying to lock on for the shoot.
Going for the hip toss there. Crossing elbow from Mahoney. Inside thigh kick from Dawson. Oh, nice
crossing elbow on the inside from Dawson.
Right on the cheekbone. A real cracker there from Dawson. And what a beautiful front kick. And now The Rock turning it on. And The Rock doing what The Rock does best, under Muay Thai style.
He's actually going to have a bit of a campaign and have a few boxing fights, The Rock. They were telling me. Murray McKechnie trying to prep him up now to do some boxing.
There is nothing The Rock can't do.
Exactly right.
Dropping body shot off the left hand there from Dawson. Nice front kick to the sternum. Big right hand from Dawson. Follow up round kick to the rib cage. He's picked up the pace now, Dawson. Outside thigh kick there from Mahoney. And into the first round of action, Hammer, still a real filling up process, although you just feel that Dawson's starting to turn it up.
Well, Daniel just doing enough there in that round towards the end. Probably just pipped Mahoney at the post. But Rylan Mahoney, he's showing a lot less respect for Dawson than he did for Chapman. That was really his downfall when he come up against Shane Chapman. He really stood back and he was a bit overawed by it all. But now he knows he's fought the best and he's going to give Dawson a bit of a real challenge. There's that round elbow. They caught Mahoney on the side of the temple as they engaged the grapple. But Dawson, he keeps working and he keeps racking up those points. High kick, punches. He's got a great array of technique, Daniel Dawson.
He doesn't know what's coming to him in that underhook, Ryland. Commit to it or don't throw it. Okay, commit. Okay, southpaw. Let's bring it to him, mate.
And Jimmy Cass telling his charge, Rylan Mahoney, to bring it to Daniel Dawson. Mahoney starting this round orthodox stance. Jab to the forehead. Dawson picks him back with a body shot off the right hand. Oh, what a textbook perfect catch and sweep by The Rock, Daniel Dawson. Doesn't come any better than that.
He certainly is getting his eye in, The Rock.
And The Rock turning it on as only The Rock can. Step up hook off the rear hand there from Mahoney. Outside thigh kick after an upstairs combo from Rock. Oh, what a beautiful round kick, and he's gone down in the blue corner. Only a slip, says Cam Queen. Well, The Rock getting the trajectory on the round kick, overhand elbow. And The Rock is really rolling here in the second round.
Well, he's starting to get a lot of momentum behind his moves, Daniel Dawson.
He is beautiful to watch when he is in full swing, The Rock, Daniel Dawson. Again, flicking high right round kick.
He's probably looking the fittest I've seen him look. Daniel Dawson is in peak condition at the moment.
Head kick off the lead leg there from Dawson. A very high, very tall Rylan Mahoney. Mahoney's guard nice and tight. Snapping up the left hand there, Dawson.
Up on the balls of the feet, both fighters moving sprightly around the ring. Mahoney needs to really step it up now.
High right round kick from Dawson. 1.5 minutes down in this round, 1.5 remaining. Outside thigh kick, thought about catching the leg, then sweeping it. And I've got Dawson sweat in my eye.
Caught some sweat yourself.
The sweat of The Rock flew onto me.
That's the closest you come to working up a sweat, Michael.
I've been blessed by The Rock's sweat. Oh, dear. Yes, The Rock looking in great form here tonight. 73 kilos. I once weighed 73 kilos, Hammer, when I was 10 years old. Yeah. Making grade 6. Straight right hand there from Dawson.
More generous to you, Michael. You're too hard on yourself. I keep telling you that.
Dawson dancing around again. Drops the left hand down to the bread basket. And he is full of confidence now, The Rock. He's starting to taunt the Iceman. Good leg check there from Dawson. Great anticipation from Rock. Mahoney ties him up, jumping knee to the right rib cage. Cam Quinn separates them both into the final 30 seconds.
Right in front of us as we get sprayed with a bit of sweat, but that's cooling my sunburn down.
It's the beetroot head. Outside thigh kick from Dawson.
Thanks to Car Carnival for giving me that convertible that got me well and truly roasted.
Body shot from Dawson again. Spare ribs, anyone? I think Roland Mahoney's got a few. Big right hand there from Dawson. Uppercut from Mahoney. Step up knee. Catch, sweep, no, catch and dump. Dump Dawson style, end of the round, and it is all the way of the man they call the Rock.
Aggression alone, throw into that a lot of technique, and that round's all Daniel Dawson. Ryland Mahoney really needs to get busy, he really needs to get a bit more aggro and step it up. He has got nothing to lose and everything to gain, Ryland Mahoney. He needs to get a little bit more aggressive in his attacks. Nice leg kick, rib kick from Mahoney, but Dawson catching it and sweeping. Great anticipation from him. Head kick there, sent Mahoney backward and a slip in the blue corner. But you can see Dawson is very focused and very balanced here tonight.
We are ready to roll into the next round of action. Dawson's come out and he is ready to get it on, Rock style. And my word, Ryland Mahoney took more hits than a German beer dance in that previous round. And let's see if Dawson can continue the momentum. Jab from Mahoney, round kick to the rib cage from Dawson.
Taking on the forearm, actually.
Just like the one that cracked Jerome Laban's elbow in the K1 final.
Oh, and wasn't that a shatter and a half?
Oh, my word. Body shot from Dawson, then the head shot. Drops it down to the breadbasket once more.
This is a bit more like it from Mahoney, up on the balls of his feet, and that's the one. Rapid fire technique.
No. Oh, the jumping knee from Dawson.
Jumping round knee from Daniel Dawson. Explosive stuff.
Daniel Kappa. Body shot there from Dawson, then goes to the head. Always the entertainer, the people's champion, the Rock Daniel Dawson. Mahoney just having a little bit of a slip on the explosion insignia, centre ring. Dawson wades forward, skips out of the way of the leg kick. Nice evasion there from Dawson. High kick to the head off the right, trying to loop the ankle around the back of the neck. Step up hook there from Dawson. Oh, wild uppercut, snaking it through the guard. Oh, triple kick combination. How do you do? Ladies and gentlemen, the he planted him like a tree.
Totally stunned Mahoney there.
Big kibosh from Daniel Dawson. Ryland Mahoney went down. Doing the chicken dance. It is all over. Good night, Irene.
I tell you what, there was not a fighter in the country, I think, that could have withstood a Daniel Dawson attack tonight.
Wow, one of the best elbow knockouts, the big Bok Choy hammer, and that one's unbelievable.
I'll tell you what, he set it up with that three kick combo, inside, outside, and then another stepping across kick, overlapped it with hands. Mahoney danced off over into the blue side, and then Dawson set it up with that big round elbow. 1, 2, 3, there you go. Have a look at that. Had him glancing over to the ropes, set himself Dawson, and then nailed up with the elbow. That's what transpired earlier in the round. Tried for the jumping round kick or jumping knee, didn't come off. But geez, Daniel Dawson was certainly on his game here tonight. Murray McKechnie preparing Dawson a treat, and down went Mahoney after that big round elbow. Bang! There it was, stunned him momentarily, and then just dropped him. And Ryland Mahoney, brave effort to step up against Daniel Dawson. Many people wouldn't do that, I'm telling you that right now. But a brave effort from Ryland Mahoney. But Daniel Dawson is unbeatable at the moment.
From Bartercard, the centre ring, pleased to present the hardware. Ladies and gentlemen, at a time of 1 minute 34, round number 3, your winner via way of knockout, The Rock, Daniel Dawson. Well done, buddy. Another very, very impressive performance. And as soon as you get one of those shots on, you know it's good night.
Yeah, he's a tough boy. Well done, Roland. He's a tough boy, a big step up. So you guys should give him a round of applause. I mean, it takes a lot of guts to get in and fight guys that are champions. So well done, mate. Do yourself proud. keep going and keep striving for the best, to be the best. You will be. Yeah, I hope I fought all right. I just felt like I was starting to warm up then and get into it. All right, I've got a few things to say just quickly. Hope you get it all on Fox this time. Thank you, Ray Matsumura, for putting me on. Excellent promotion again. It's one of the best promotions in Australia. And all you guys should keep coming and supporting it. Tell all your friends to come every time. Thank you very much to my gym, Kalamunda Kickboxing, where I've been the last year and a half. The guys there, it's given me the spirit and the heart to be the best I can be, and I'm going to keep getting better and better. Thanks my trainer, Murray McKetney. He's done an awesome job of lifting my spirits and making me better than I thought I could be. And thanks to my pad holders, I've got about 6. Thank you, Lance. Thank you, Ben Gard. Thank you, Justin Vaughan, Murray McKetney, and Carla Mayer. Thank you.
This weekend on Fox Sports Rugby, the Northern Invasion continues.
They've been asked to show their mettle.
Saturday afternoon, live at 5, the confident English face a barrage of all black power.
Oh, magnificent try.
Sure to be an awesome clash with both nations ready to dominate. Live on Saturday night at 11, the Springboks got away with a scrappy win last weekend, but don't write Scotland off.
Down it goes, try scores.
They're showing the hunger to cause a major upset. Straight afterwards at 1 in the morning, another encounter to savour. The Wallabies look to build on their season with a polished performance against Wales.
And they are bristling with confidence again, the world champions.
This weekend, New Zealand host England, South Africa take on Scotland, and Australia play Wales.
In June on Discovery Channel, a month of global premieres. Exclusive specials. Original productions. From the most trusted name in television. First time specials in June on Discovery Channel.
Monday night, Fox Sports 1 is the place to be. At 7, Fox Sports News. Fox Sports News. The complete coverage of sporting events. Local, global. 7:30, the back page. Discussions, opinions, and the odd stoush. At 8, NRL scoreboard. Statistics, in-depth analysis, footy coverage with Grunt. Monday nights from 7, Fox Sports News. 7:30, the back page. And at 8, NRL scoreboard. Nobody knows sport better.
With the hammer mark destiny and make his way to the ring. All the way from Osaka, Japan. An international fighting superstar, Ryuji Goto. And what a huge following internationally this world-renowned world championship boxer has. Ryuji Goto from Japan to take on Australia's own John Wayne Clark. Champion, the world champion, John Wayne Parr. And does he look ready for business here tonight? National pride on the line for Queensland's favourite fighting son, John Wayne Parr. Hammer, he is pumped here tonight, JWP.
Well, I'll tell you what, Michael, in front of the home crowd, you can get no bigger support than that.
A great ovation for John Wayne Parr. And let's go across to the smoothest voice in the business, Mr. Andy Raymond.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is the explosion main event. shoot boxing at its finest. We are scheduled for 5 3-minute rounds in this international contest. Introducing first and representing the red corner. He weighed in at an even 72 kilograms. He is trained by Seiza Takashi from Team Stealth, Osaka, Japan. At 26 years of age, his record reads 32 fights, 21 wins, 4 draws and 13 knockouts. The JSBA middleweight shoot boxing champion, Ryuji Gato! Fighting out of the blue corner, ladies and gentlemen, representing Queensland, Australia! He weighed in at an even 73 kilograms. His trainers from the Bunchu Gym, Richard Walsh and the Hurricane, Paul Briggs. He is back from overseas and has had 58 fights for 44 wins, and 26 times the opponent has gone to sleep. A former Thai Kings champion, Australian middleweight boxing champion, and IMF world champion. Ladies and gentlemen, your very own gunslinger, John Wayne. Ladies and gentlemen, your referee for this contest, once again, Mr. Cameron Quinn.
Well, we're about to get underway in main event. It will be Wayne Parr of Australia, Ryuji Gato of Japan. Last minute instructions from Cameron Quinn.
Groin shots, head shots, careful. Listen to my commands. Touch gloves, fight strong.
Well, the stare down there from John Wayne Parr, and we're about to get underway. Michael Chiavello ringside with the hammer Mark Castanini. And the time for talk is over. Paul Briggs removes the Moncon from the head of John Wayne Parr. Ryuji Gato, Human Garana Bean over in the red corner. He is ready for action. And we're about to get underway. First of 5-3. Shoot boxing rules do apply. If you've just joined us, it is Muay Thai with the addition of throws and standing blocks. And here we go. Thigh kicks to open up proceedings here from Gato. Right hand from Gato.
Well, Gato moving the same as his Japanese counterpart, Shishido. Moving very quick, rapid fire. Wayne Parr very composed.
Parr takes a right hand to the jaw. Body shots, leg kick there from Gato. High left round kick from Parr. Front kick to the midsection from Parr. These Japanese are deceptively quick fighters.
They base their style not on power, but rather rapid fire speed.
Outside thigh kick from Gato. Double jab, leg kick, good leg check there from Parr. Handiwork now from John Wayne Parr. Looking for the overhand elbow early on. Straight right hand from Parr. Inside thigh kick from Gato, then to the opposite leg. Good check again from Parr. Been checking a lot of the kicks so far. High right round kick, caught on the 4 rounds. Nice thigh kick there to the lead thigh from Gato, and he's showing no respect for John Wayne Parr early on.
He's kicking a lot off that lead leg, Gato. He's moving very, very quickly, but a lot of his kicks are non-power-based lead leg kicking.
Oh, he wears a right hand and an overhand elbow to the side of the head. And now John Wayne Parr starting to mix it up Muay Thai style. It is really a battle of Muay Thai versus shoot boxing, this one. Straight right hand, looking for the big boom shakalaka, John Wayne Parr. Step up elbow, outside thigh kick there from Gato. Double jab, leg kick was checked. Gets the second one in on the lead leg. Jab, leg kick again from Gato. Very simple technique, but he's trying to score the points. Crossing elbow there, John Wayne Parr. Leg check from Parr, then picks him up the front kick. 1 minute remaining. Double body shot from Parr. High left round kick. John Wayne Parr, house on fire. Double crossing elbow off the right. And now Wayne Parr unloading the heavy artillery. Gato in trouble. Japanese fighter got tagged. A little bit of fancy footwork to get him out of Danger City. Leg check there from John Wayne Parr. Got to try for the side headlock. Parr just spins him off. Step up knee from Goto. It's been a good first round thus far for JWP, Hammer.
Well, it certainly has been. It's a real power-based battle here. Goto going for speed and rapid-fire technique. Parr just looking for the big shots. He's doubling up.
Overhand elbow there from Parr. Didn't quite come up for him. Checks the low kick. Front kick to the midsection, a real gut muncher. Belly button through the back. Outside thigh kick from Goto.
Parr caught with a straight left there.
Oh, spinning back elbow. John Wayne Parr style. Trying to see the dump, but he dumps him down. Not high enough to register a count, though, or register any sort of score, but end of the first round, a convincing one for Parr.
Well, certainly Parr just showing his authority, stamping his authority in that first round. Goto doing a lot of work, but Parr, when he did throw something, it did count, and they were big shots.
This is the Express Mobile Extravaganza, brought to you here in Queensland.
Once again, we see Parr going body, 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 and then working up high to the head. Goto catching Parr with a straight left, but Parr answering threefold, trying for the round elbow off the rear, which Goto's open for. But he put that right hand over the left hand side of his face there, Goto, and guarded against a very dangerous right round elbow from Parr. There it is there. You can see him just double guarding the side of his head, Goto. And Wayne Parr really trying to do a demolition job here on Goto in centre ring.
Well, there was no feeling out process whatsoever for John Wayne Parr. He went at him early, and Wayne Parr continued the hyped momentum he started in the first round. Here we go, second stanza, set for 5. Well, Michael Chavello and Mark Castaneda ringside. Coming at you from the Southport Sharks on the Gold Coast. Another quality Ray Matsumoto promotion, Hammer.
Well, I'll tell you what, John Wayne Parr still upset over his loss to Michael Zambides in the K1 Max. He feels he was ripped off. And again, talking to Wayne Parr yesterday, or last night at the weigh-in, he was absolutely devastated that the judges didn't see that fight his way, and believes after watching the video footage of that fight with Zambides that he well and truly won. So I think he's here to exercise a little bit of authority on Goto in his follow-up fight.
Double inside thigh kick from Goto, then wears a high left round kick to the head. Pecking front kick to the midsection there from Parr. Step up knee off the left from Parr. Inside thigh kick Goto, then takes one to the outside lead thigh. Oh, the big overhand elbow again, looking for the big bok choy, John Wayne Parr.
Well, Goto's guarding the left-hand side of his face with his right glove, which is in fact leaving the right-hand side of his head open. But Wayne Parr throws the right rear elbow and then doubles back with the left round elbow. He could have a chance of catching the side of Goto's head.
Nice peppering jab there from Goto. Caught Wayne Parr a couple of times on the bridge of the nose. Straight right hand there from Parr. Might chop away that lead thigh. Thought about the body shot, went for the head kick. Front kick just picking off Goto, then went up to the sternum area. Good range of technique here from John Wayne Parr. Awkward uppercut from Goto. Higher head kick from Parr. Leg check from Parr was a nice one. Then wore a right hand on the noggin. Body shot from Parr, trying to hip toss him. Can he get him over waist height? Side headlock there from Goto. And Goto takes him down with a beautiful sweep. Nicely done from the Japanese fighter. Just sweeping out the support leg with the heel. Snappy jab there from Parr. Launching that rib kick off the rear leg, Parr. Inside thigh kick, Parr checked it. Overhand right from Parr, straight through the guard. Outside thigh kick, trying to catch the kicking leg. Overhand elbow from Parr, he's tagged him! He tagged him with the follow-up left hand, but Goto still standing. Is a tough one, this chap from Osaka.
Again, interesting with that right elbow. Goto guards it with the glove. Parr can either throw the round left elbow or just a snappy left hook, because the right side of Goto's head is totally exposed when he guards against that elbow or right shot.
Overhand elbow from Parr, gut-munching front kicks off either leg. Jab, leg kick combination from Goto, then one to the lead thigh. Jab again from Goto, that sticky left hand of his. Into the final seconds now. Succession of knees, but hitting him on the forearm. End of the round, another one for JWP.
Good round from John Wayne Parr, putting it together well, and it's constant work rate, and he is the more aggressive of the two, stalking forward continually, Wayne Parr. See the overhead view, Parr just going to work, body, and head. He's ranging his techniques high and low, legs and hands all working in unison. John Wayne Parr trying for the hip toss here or the throw, not really coming. Both fighters tangle. Parr keeps working his knee to the back of Goto, but just a bit of a slippery takedown there. Not really paying it, that one. I'd say it was just a fall from both fighters. I wouldn't include that in the takedown point game.
Comments from the Hammer, Mark Castanini, ringside with myself, Michael Chavallo. We are on the Gold Coast at the Southport Sharks. And another great promotion from Rei Matsumura. Double jab there from Ryuji Goto of Japan. Wayne Parr stalking forward again, probing out with that left hand, then the front kick off the rear leg. He wants to land the goodnight Irene elbow on Goto. Big right hand, a tub thumper, side of the head, a rattle in the ears. Body shot, head shot from Goto, sweeps out the leg! Big shot there from the Japanese fighter. Those Pearl Harbor leg kicks, Wayne Parr didn't see it coming.
That could be a flaw in Parr's defence when he just stands there in check mode. He's standing there when Goto leg kicks him, he's just propping himself on one leg and leaving that supporting leg in check mode. He needs to keep his balance, Parr.
Quick right hand like a diesel piston there from John Wayne Parr. Goto's confidence crescendoing in this round.
One gets the feeling that Wayne Parr's just taking stock. And here he comes again, John Wayne Parr, round elbow landing.
Double knee strike to the sternum. Goto just throws him backwards. He won't allow John Wayne Parr to bully him. Crossing elbow to the forehead. Inside thigh kick, out thigh kick from Parr. Uppercut from Goto, chops away at the lead thigh. And intimidation here from John Wayne Parr. Inside thigh kick. Jab from Goto. Front kick by Parr. Body shots from Parr. Nice 1-2 to the body. Goto goes to the head. Rear right round kick. Front kicks to the midsection. Been using that pegging front kick quite well throughout the entire fight so far, John Wayne Parr. Right hand just falls short of the target on the chin. Right hand of Goto, not enough mustard behind it. Rib kick there from Parr. That'll take the starch right out of Goto. Dropping right hand down the breadbasket, uppercut, crossing elbow from Parr. All tied up against the ropes. Can Goto execute a hip toss here? Or maybe even a suplex? Oh, knee to the jaw, and he caught him under it. Wayne Parr's been tagged by that one.
I don't know if it hit cleanly, Michael. I think it was a little bit short.
I look to have momentarily caught him, but we might be able to get a replay later on. All tied up now. Chokehold maybe here by Goto.
Goto trying for the standing choke. Parr needs to grab him.
He's got it locked on. Parr trying to drop his body weight to get out of there. Now needs to do such a nice turnaround from Wayne Parr.
Almost a standing choke from Goto. Wayne Parr's exploded. Here comes the right elbow.
Trying to crack the cheekbone on Goto. Trying to dump him to the canvas. Muay Thai style. Into the final 15 seconds now. Big right hand from Parr. Cracking leg kick from Goto. It has been a better round for the Japanese fighter, but still maybe not enough to steal that hammer.
Well, almost a standing choke there. It depends how the judges are going to pay that one. I tell you what, he almost had it locked on. And Parr, who either was just playing possum or he was actually legitimately locked up.
And I think Cameron Quinn instructing Hammer that it is going to be a point for the standing choke.
It's a point for the standing choke.
I believe so.
Once again, a big thanks to all our sponsors.
Well, that almost gives that round to Goto then.
Yes, I believe they have awarded a point for the standing choke.
Point for the standing choke. That gives that round, let's say, either a draw or it could go the way of Goto. There you see the sweep takedown from Goto when Parr was just standing there in check mode. As they trade hook for hook, Parr using the front kick cleverly underneath, but he just goes into stance there, leaves his supporting leg on the ground on its own, and just that prop lead leg.
There's the choke.
There's the choke.
Latched on.
As Goto has the figure four choke on Parr, standing.
Outside thigh kick from Wayne Parr to open up proceedings in this round. Right hand falls short of the target. High left round kick to the head. Snappy jab there from Goto. Outside thigh kick from Goto. Caught him. Oh, a bit of foot to face. How about that for a toe sandwich from John Wayne Park?
Push kick to the face. Send Goto back. But ever resilient. Goto keeps stalking forward on John Wayne Parr. Ever confident after that last round, Michael. I think Goto may have drawn a little bit of confidence from the standing choke that he applied.
Oh, he'll be trying to lock it on again if he can get in close enough on Wayne Parr. Parr picking him off. Oh, nice combination. Knee then tagging jab from the Japanese fighter. Rib kick there from Parr. Right hand didn't find it. Uppercut did from Goto. This is a better round so far from the Japanese. Uppercut from Parr. Tagging right hand through the guard. Outside thigh kick Parr. Front kick to the midsection. Double jab. Thigh kick. Nice scoring techniques from Goto. The big shot to the body there from Parr. Look at the step up knee. There it is to the midsection. Spinning back elbow. Goto a little bit too quick for him. Dancing around. Front kick sends him back a couple of steps. Couldn't get through close enough to work that left hand yet, Goto. Parr picks him up with a jab of his own. Cracking outside thigh kick to the rear leg. Nice front kick here from Parr. Parr really on his game defensively, keeping Goto at a distance here in this round.
Well, even though they are defensive techniques, you still have to pay them because they are scoring those push kicks and those probing jabs.
Oh, nice tagging right hand there from Goto. Right hand from Wayne Parr. And Goto not taking a step backwards. Now he does as Parr goes to the body. Knee from Parr. Again, taste of foot to mouth, and Goto just sweeps him down to the canvas. Final 50 seconds of this round. Been an intriguing battle. Straight right hand there from Parr. Outside, inside thigh kick. Step around Goto. Outside thigh kick to the lead thigh of Parr. Straight right hand, just on the cheekbone there from Parr. Now he's got Goto in the red corner. Lets him out of there, though.
Parr trying to push him back into that corner again. Good place to have him. Maybe roll an overhand right once he's got him bailed up in there.
Body shot outside thigh kick from Parr. Oh, the overhand elbow to the nose, and another one. Goto's been stunned in the neutral corner. All tied up now. Can Goto execute the choke again? Can't get it on. Referee Cameron Quinn separates both men into the final 5 seconds of this round. Goto sucks in the air, and there it is, Hammer. How did you see it?
Round, I tell you what, another good round for Goto. But Wayne Parr, he was busy though, Michael. He's landing those front kicks, he's landing the punches to the body, and you have to score all of that. Although the Japanese fighter Goto is landing, you know, some sensational stuff like the sweeps and so forth. Wayne Parr is just tradesman-like effort, working constantly, and you've got to count all those scoring shots.
Explosion here on the Gold Coast.
Outside thigh kick from Goto.
Push kick to the face.
Front kick.
Exactly right.
February 24th.
Once again, having a look from another angle. Goto caught the leg though. Sweep, bang. Down goes Wayne Parr. Very good pickup there from Goto. But Wayne Parr, just constant work rate. Trying for the round elbow. Goto arms all over the place. Making Parr's job very, very hard indeed.
Well, we are ready to get it on. It has all come down to this, a fantastic international contest. Goto, Parr, Japan, Australia, both men touch gloves. And here we go, final round. Rib kick from Parr, lead leg. Outside thigh kick from Parr. Rib kick from Parr, rear leg. Checks the low kick from Goto. Another good check there from Parr. Inside thigh kick to the rear leg from Goto. Wild uppercut from the Japanese. Crossing elbow over the top from Parr. Couldn't get it off. Bruising knee to the midsection from Parr. Just forces him back into the neutral corner. Goto trying to execute the side headlock. Can't get it. Suplex attempted there from Wayne Parr. Just dumps into the canvas. Not a clean technique. Nothing in it. Oh, Goto didn't see it coming. Well, you've got to watch yourselves at all times.
Wayne Parr racing across the ring there.
Double round kick from Goto. Right hand flush on the cheek.
Guard, that one.
Bringing it home strongly here, John Wayne Parr. Uppercut from Goto. Double jab, Goto. Round kick from Parr to the rib cage. Snappy jab again from Goto. Guarded up with a forearm against the round kick. Step up knee from Wayne Parr. And then picks him off with a front kick. Precision technique, flying knee to the rib cage there from Parr. Goto trying for that side headlock again. Can't work it around. Can Parr suplex him? No, he can't. Trying for a rolling takedown there, Goto. Couldn't get it off, and intimidation again from Wayne Parr. Just wiping the canvas there. Cameron Quinn, a little bit slippery. Into the final minute almost of this final round. It's been a really intriguing battle. High left round kick, rib kick off the right leg from Parr. 4-punch combination from Goto. Again, high left round kick from Parr. Caught on the forearms, the outside thigh kick, Goto. Oh, right hand tagged in, twisted the head a little.
That's the second time in this round that Wayne Parr's getting that right hand in. He's starting to get his aim up, Wayne Parr.
Goto looks like he's tiring a little bit now. Goto calling him on, saying, come on, Wayne. And Parr just content to pick him up at a distance. Overhand elbow. Nice one on top of the cranium. Going for the headache maker. Front kick from Parr. Right hand from Parr. Double thigh kick, triple thigh kick, 4 thigh kicks from Goto. None of them getting through. Right hand from Parr. This crowd going off their rockets. Elbow again from Parr. Can you make it easily close?
He's trying for that downward elbow again. Goto answering. He's answering threefold. Wayne Parr needs to get that leg back on the ground after the leg check straight away.
Final seconds now, not long left. There it is. Hammer, how do you see it?
I tell you what, great work right there from Wayne Parr and Goto. There's nothing in this at all. The deciding point could be the fact that Goto did have that 1-point standing choke. It's going to be interesting to see how the judges score this one after a very torrid affair. Really the only pure shootboxing technique that was effective in the whole battle was the standing choke that Goto applied. Now it's going to be a matter of, okay, let's have a look at that round. Wayne Parr was probably ahead without the choke. Then Goto got the choke, so that would probably even that round out. The other rounds, I'd say, would probably score at just Wayne Parr. On effective work rate alone. Goto did throw a lot, but a lot of it was taken on the gloves and arms. But this one's going down to the judges. Having a look here at Goto working the punches. The uppercut did get in there on Parr. Goto working good range and rapid fire technique.
Ladies and gentlemen, we go to the judges' scorecards. How about putting your hands together before we do? Judge Michael McDermott scores the bout 48-48. Draw. Judge Bradley Vicali scores the bout 50-46. Paul Buxton, 50-46. For your winner, John Wayne Parr!
Well, there you have it, folks. What a great night for the Aussies, and John Wayne Parr taking the decision over to Yuji Goto of Japan. Well, either way you look at it, it was an awesome international contest. And at the end of the day, the power, the grit and determination of the legendary John Wayne Parr powered through against one of the true superstars of international shootboxing, Japan's Ryuji Goto. From myself, Michael Chiavello, and the Hammer Mark Castanini, thank you for joining us, and good night.
This has been a Fox Sports production.
Friday, Fox Sports News brings you right up to date, ready for a great...